Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cherry the Geek TV. I'm Joe Vanourney. Today, we are joined by a comedy legend. She's one of the founding members of the Groundlings Theater in Los Angeles and was one of the original not ready for primetime players on the first cast of NBC Saturday Night Live. She is now the voice of Relda in the Sisters Grimm, a brand new fantasy adventure series, which is premiering globally on Apple TV Plus starting Friday, October 3rd. It's Laraine Newman. Laraine, welcome to Cherry the Geek TV.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for that wonderful intro.
Before we talk about the character of Relda, set up the show for people. What is the Sisters Grimm?
The Sisters Grimm is a completely different approach to the stories that we grew up with. And it's irreverent, it's funny, it's scary, and it's heartfelt. It really is basically about relationships and giants and ogres.
And you play Relda on the show. Who is Relda? How does she fit into the story? And what do you like about that character and this show, The Sisters Grimm, that made you want to be a part of this project?
Relda is the kid's grandmother, although they've never met her and didn't even know she existed. They were told she died, which is, a whole other long day's journey into night. Um, but she is a very kind of experienced, uh, resident of Ferryport Landing. She knows the lay of the land. And it's her task to take these kids who are traumatized uh, to not only break down that barrier, but also help them to get the lay of the land, understand that the world that they're in, and how dangerous it can be.
When I was doing research about you and I was looking you up on IMDb, one of the things that surprised me about you, since you left Saturday Night Live, one of the things you've been doing a lot of, besides, of course, giving birth to future Emmy Award-winning, outstanding supporting actresses in a comedy series. Congratulations, Proud Mama.
Thank you so much.
One of the things that you've been doing a lot of is voiceover work in animation and cartoons, like extensive number of credits. What do you like about doing voiceover work? And is that voiceover work and doing these cartoon voices just a natural extension of the training you got in the Groundlings and the sketch comedy work that you did on Saturday Night Live?
I love that question, Joe. And I can say that, it is a logical extension because the Groundlings basically cultivates characters. That's really the personality of the Groundlings. You can always tell a Groundling on SNL because their character work is so strong. Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, Will Ferrell, John Lovitz. I could go on and on. So I really feel like animation is the perfect place for my skill set. And I really found something that I feel confident and comfortable doing. And every new thing expands my skills, which is always a thrill. I love doing dialects. I've played a Scottish cow and a British owl, and two British townspeople. I mean, I love doing that work. So, doing a German dialect is really fun for me. And playing an all-knowing, wise grandmother is actually a lesson.
While I have you here, I must ask you about the SNL 50, which happened earlier this year. The Jason Reitman film came out. There were a lot of documentaries, and then that weekend, of course, with the concert and the amazing live show on Sunday night and the parties. Talk to me about that weekend. What were the personal highlights for Laraine Newman?
Well, it was actually a week because there was a lot of press, and I got to do it with other cast members, some that I knew, some that I hadn't met before. So that was really fun for me. There were parties. The show at Radio City was just incredible because it was like your playlist. Every artist did either one or two songs at the most. And, I think the Backstreet Boys were on at one point singing I Want It That Way. And I turned around and I saw Lauren singing along to that. Now, that was one of the highlights. But just, I have, friends with Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo, and I hadn't seen him in years, and his hotel room was right next to mine. And I got to meet his wife and spend time, and he's friends with Fred Armisen, and I'm friends with Fred Armisen, so we spent a lot of time together. And I also got to take my firstborn Spike to the Radio City show, and I had Danielle Aykroyd represented Danny's family, so she was with us at Radio City, and it was a love fest. It really was. And seeing Jane again too.
Are there any cast members that appeared on this in the 45 years since you left the show that you watch and you say, "Man, I wish I would have had a chance to do some sketch comedy work with this person or that person"?
Oh, there's just so many. I mean, they've always had great casts. I've always, when people say, you were the best cast, it's like, well, I think the best cast is the one that was on when you were in high school. And because everybody is great, all the writers, all the performers. So it would be so hard to single one out without waking up at 3 in the morning and go, why didn't I say Jan Hooks, and it would drive me crazy. So I couldn't name one person.
Well, it's been an amazing year for you. You're going from the SNL 50 through now to the Sisters Grimm. We're sadly almost out of time. Before we wrap up, I'll end it with this question. What do you hope audiences take away with them when they watch the Sisters Grimm?
I hope that they take away the heartfelt message of the show, which is relationships and trust and evolution. And I hope that they're thoroughly entertained. I would watch this show. It has everything that I would like about a show. So
Well,
that's it.
it's a great show. It's called The Sisters Grimm. All episodes premiere globally on Apple TV Plus starting Friday, October 3rd. Laraine, this has been such a treat for me. I'm a huge fan since I was a kid. Just a pleasure to talk with you, and thanks for chatting with us today on Cherry the Geek TV.
So much enjoyed your questions, Joe. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome to Ferryport Landing.
Whoa!
Sabrina! Daphne! The fairy tale characters you've read about are real, and your ancestors brought them to live here in Ferryport Landing.
Whoa! There's so many ever afters here.
I'm afraid you're going to start learning the truth about your parents.
We're descended from the Brothers Grimm?
Girls, were there red handprints on the car the night your parents disappeared? I know it's connected to whomever summoned this giant. If we figure that out, we might find your parents too.
Mom, Dad, I'm coming to get you.
Like it or not, you're special.
Now we're ready for anything. Daphne, this is all connected to Mom and Dad somehow. We'll find out why. Together.
We are Grimms.
Wow.
It is in your blood. You are the writer of your own stories.
I always knew we were meant for adventure.